You've got Susie
and
Ricky. Who are you?
And Jeff.
We're not Jeff and Shalia, definitely. No. But it has been a big conversation around here for the past week. Just and because we did talk about it on a channel last week, and you know, the response that I've had from those who are in contact with me, you know, how they've struggled with how it's been represented in the twin flame community. And I suppose we wanted to sort of just reinforce the idea that the twin flame story is much more pure than being about chasing money, and that, you know, when
It's not about materialistic crap.
no, it's about, you know, it's finding the highest version of yourself, and when you're finding the highest version of yourself, you're finding God at the head of your relationship, and that's what twin flames is all about, bringing that higher order energy forward. So, you know, we wanted to just reinforce a couple of the questions that we had was more along the lines of, you know, questions of were their teachings correct? Were there things in the teachings that they were offering correct? And questions about their mirror exercise, and how twin flames are often talked about as mirrors. And I think the way that it plays out for us, it's going, yes, we'll be going through something that's a challenge, but that person is exposing the lesson, right? So they're exposing the lesson that you've got to move through, the thing you've got to learn. They're not, you know, like if you're in a relationship where somebody's abusing you and you get a, you know, someone like the Jeff and Shalia saying do the mirror exercise and trying to blame you for the abuse you're suffering. We don't prescribe to that stuff. But yes, do we teach each other lessons all the time?
Oh yeah,
all the time. Yeah. That's definitely part of the journey, but it's not. You know, like twin flames is not a money-making venture, and when you know, like you're being asked to change genders or you're being forced to accept a narrative that's not with your higher version of yourself, then, you know, that's not what this journey is all about. It's about finding the highest version of yourself and finding God at the head of your relationships. That's what twin flames is all about. So cosmically, we've been enjoying Scorpio season, and
love it.
and definitely the eclipses and whatnot, where we've been we've definitely had times where we have spent time on our own, really journeying in our own adventures, and then coming back to say, well, this is what I've just been going through, this is what I've learned. And then, you know, what's gorgeous about Sagittarius season coming on is that you start to apply everything that you've learned in when you've been on your deep searches in your Scorpio season, right? You've figured all those, you've gone into all the deep crevices and figured out all your deep feelings and any shadow energy.
Carpet ride.
It is a bit of a magic carpet ride. And now we get to go, well, let's shoot at the target. Go, what goals are we actually looking to achieve? What do we actually want to move forward and do after we've been on these big journeys? And you know, like I've been keeping you up to date as we've been going, different things that we've been going through, and different challenges, different learnings. But now it's a much more let's say friendly energy. It's a much more social, much more willing to more welcoming, and open to communication kind of an energy, which is phew.
We've been working on it.
We've been working on it, right? So with that in mind, with a eclipse season done, it gives you clean slate energy. It's you know, it gives you the ability to rebirth your connection, and it's kind of like write your own adventure. It goes, what do you want to do next? And then Sagittarius says, take your shot. So let's
take your shot.
Take your best. With your best shot. All right. So let's have a look and see how that's playing out for Divine Feminine, and then we'll have a look at Divine Masculine and see what we can find out. Let's get ourselves a reading. Yeah. See what we've learned along the way. All right, let's have a look. So Divine Feminine, we've got the 6 of Swords, we've got the 9 of Swords, We've got the Ace of Wands. This is on point, like the new adventures coming in, new energies. Wheel of Fortune goes into the challenge. We've got the Three of Wands as the advice, and the likely outcome is the Page of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Cups, Hierophant, Knight of Cups. Look, this is gorgeous. The Emperor, the Knight of Wands, and the Judgment card. Oh, yeah, right. This is a huge energy, because literally this is what has just played out. We've been on these big searches through the energy, trying to figure out, it's going, where is God in all of this, right? And if you look at this card, and I will put the pictures up so everyone can see, but it's literally you facing the divine. And I think we've been doing this independently, but we've been going on big journeys trying to understand God more deeply and understand what our personal journey is, and then what our related journey is around. And it has been making big judgment calls, like huge judgment calls about what we know, what we're learning, and how we're moving forward. And what's interesting about this sequence is because the Knight of Wands charges forward, and that's what we're talking about with Sagittarius energy. It's taking your shot and going after what it is that you want out of the next chapter. And the Emperor comes in beautifully, because we're moving into an 8-year, and the 8 is all about the energy of the entrepreneur or the leader. So what we've got is going, what have you learned on your journey through your soul over this past year? In 2023, it's been a big one for figuring out who you are, what you're all about, what your connection to the divine is. This energy says, are you ready to now charge forward with the next layer of ascension that you have? And the Emperor says, go forth and conquer. Like this is your moment to actually put all of this into place and do something with it. Feel like you're in charge of your journey, and that you are, you feel confident in it. Whereas I think 2023 has had people sort of, one minute you feel confident, the next minute you feel knocked over, and then you feel confident, then you feel knocked over. And our year's been moments of being really connected in big conversations, and then going, do we even do hi? Yeah, I'll catch you the next time we fly by. Like it's had these moments of really close connection, these moments of big separations, only to come back in and make some big judgment calls about what's happening next, and going, well, what did you learn? What did you learn? What's this all about? I like this because the next layer of energy, you've got the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the Hierophant. So again, that message is repeated. But what we're moving into now is it's definitely a more heart-based energy versus a soul searching energy. We've been through the big search, and now we're ready to sit in the more loving expression of it. So here the Queen of Cups says, I'm feeling all the love that I can possibly feel. Like, I'm deep in my feels. I've got a lot to give. I'm ready to receive. It's the most love we can feel in tarot. And the Hierophant puts us in the wisest version of that energy, which is why I think like the Jeff and Shalia conversation is really, really important right now, because the conversations around love in its new energy are really, really pivotal, because it's shifted, right? And what we're talking about is love has moved from looking like a love heart to it's now the infinity sign. Like, it's moving back and forward. It's in flow all the time. And its goal is to find this neutral or this resting point, which is where the wisdom is, right? So this is now going, now I want to make the wisdom. We're wise. We're getting there. Yeah. Now we want to offer that wisdom, right? Yeah. It's less about sitting in that the ideals of it, right? The Knight of Cups is a very romantic ideal. It is Mr. Valentine's Day. It's hearts and flowers. It's the traditional version of romance. Suave. Mr. Suave. Yeah, but now we're into like a more wise opportunity on how to give and take, like how to move through it. It's higher levels of commitment and higher levels of ability to give and receive love. So that's what this energy is. And this is why we have these judgments available as well, because we want to be going, a twin flame connection is the masculine, feminine, and the divine, like the three all working together. So we can't have, it's not the old system of just giving and taking with two people. You've got to have the exchange with the divine operating as well. Yeah, and like this infinity idea where it's always in flux. It's not a static idea where we just hit a benchmark and it goes, that's all there is to it. This is a journey of learning and growing, and it's always going to be moving to next levels. It doesn't just stay static. It's growing, and even when you come into union, there's an ascension process that has to occur. So what's really interesting, yeah, and this is the Six of Swords comes in as the advice from Spirit, which is what the energy of Sagittarius is all about, right? It's the traveler, the adventurer, the person who's moving on to a new ideal, a new, it's adventure, expansion, leaving your troubles behind and finding a new vision. So what Spirit wants Divine Feminine to sit in is going, you've done the hard yards, now I want you to travel into your new vision. I want you to be able to sit in it in the fullness of its expression. Now, for some people, that's going to be bringing your twin flame towards you. For other people, it's going to be the expression of understanding what their separations are all about, right? So you will be expanding your vision. You will be off on a new adventure. Doesn't matter where you are in your twin flame journey, it will be taking you to another level of it, a new expanded energy, right? So that's the push that's on us. That can be a little worrisome, right? It can be a little fine. Now, I don't know about you, but right now my dreams have been so intense, so full on. I can't even speak to how full on my dreams are. And this can, when you're aware of your dreaming and you're very lucid in your dreaming and you bring that into your reality, sometimes it can cause you, don't say anything, it can cause you to overthink. You can be you can be a bit of an overthinker when Spirit is like, yeah, I own it. When Spirit is flooding you with information in your
dreams have been like, dreams are just this week.
They've been intense, eh?
They've been like, that's my dreams are.
Yeah. So who's overthinking now? Like, it's like this idea of bringing them into your daytime world and going, I really need to unpack this. I really need to know what these dreams are telling me, because our dream space is our subconscious talking, and it is trying to give us a story. Wow. Our job is to figure it out. Yeah. As quick as you can. This can bring on a small degree of anxiety, and I do feel like in Divine Feminine energy right now, as much as we've been flooded with information and we've got to be able to process it, there is a small degree of anxiety about what to do next. And I think, like I've definitely brought that to the table around here, going, this is what I'm going through, help me unpack it. I really can't get to the bottom of it. So Divine Feminine's got a little bit of a push from the divine to understand the next level, which could come with new anxiety. But you know what's exciting? Sagittarius season, it brings new passion as well, right? New conviction, new fight, new adventure, new levels. And this is what's in the soul space, is the Ace of Wands. So however this information is trying to get through to us at this point, what it's designed to do is open a new chapter of understanding, right? New passion, new conviction, new going after it with your soul space. I don't have too much more to say about this because I don't actually know what it is. Like, it's going to be different for everybody, and I'm still figuring out what this means to me. I'm still more in this space where I'm going,
I think we all are in that space.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out with Divine Masculine, because it has been conversations are massive right now, right? And trying to go, what is this? Yeah.
Trying to understand it. Yeah. Damn.
Overthinking much, but we're actually trying to shift it from a place of overthinking to turning it into going, this is what I'm meant to do with it. Oh, I get it. This is what I'm meant to do. See here in the challenge position for Divine Feminine, it's the struggle to turn the wheel. It's the struggle to get that 180, that change to occur, because it is a process of just like being bombarded with information. And we've come out of the space where we're really wanting to be insular I didn't even realize how insular I was being, and how much I had turned into my inner space, until, you know, you really made me aware, going, you know, are you coming out of your shell anytime soon? And like, this has been the hard bit to turn around, to actually go, let's turn this wheel a 180 so that we can get to the next part of the story. And when we do, when we allow the divine to push us into the new vision, guess what? All our ships come in, right? See, this here is like this Three of Wands. The advice from Spirit is going, yes, you're feeling it, you're at a bit of a crossroad. And over here, you can see there's the third wand, right? There's the third wand. Spirit saying, let me take you on a magic carpet ride and show you what it is I want to reveal, right? Your next level of ascension is beckoning. Let me show you. Become the student, right? Page of Pentacles, become the student. Always be the perpetual student and go, the next round of study is upon you, right? The next, and it's not the internal search that it was in that Scorpio season, where we were really going into the nuances of extremes of feeling. This is going, what's the next thing you're going to work on? What's the next thing you're going to actually do and put your passion and your conviction into? And it says, bring yourself into the energy of the student again. So here we go. Next round. What are we going to learn? Shall we see what divine masculine is? Did you say muscles?
Divine muscles.
Divine muscles. Good on you. So again, you'll notice in our, like, we're not focusing on going, you know, what is your...
We're not guaranteeing anything.
Yeah, no. And I mean, that is a Jeff and Shalia thing. They were guaranteeing people come into union, whereas what we focus on here at Pink Diamond Guide is your journey into the highest version of yourself. And the default state is this. You get to hang out together, right? When you get to that space where you can hang on to where you can hold the connection. This is, then you get to do the, yeah. And you get to grow together. At least you try to. At least you try to. We're not gonna pick on them anymore. They're on their journey.
Yeah.
And I actually pray for them. I really do. And because where they started out was a really honest place. It seemed to be an honest place. And where they've been led is heartbreaking. And where they're leading people is heartbreaking. But I had a really interesting reflection. And again, shout out to Jules in going, the people who've been taken on the path with Jeff and Shalia, they needed that information. They needed that process. They needed that struggle in order to come out the other side. And it did help me move into a place where I could, you know, process it, you know, in a way that wasn't breaking my heart.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was just, I really just want to send love and support and prayers to anyone who's been hurt by the journey. But again, surrender into the fact that we've all got our journey to take. And we hope that those people come out the other side having learnt something and come out of it
better understanding.
Yeah, moving in a better direction for sure.
Alrighty.
Okay, what have you got for me?
Skadoosh.
The devil. The devil. Just as we were speak of the devil, and there it is. It landed in the reverse. Okay, so we've got the devil, we've got the fool in reverse. What have we got? We've got the Knight of Swords in the soul space. Oh, you want them both?
Yeah.
King of Wands and the Six of Pentacles moves into the challenge.
Just 6.
Huh?
Just 6. 9.
8.
8.
We're just making stuff up now.
We're being the student again.
We've got to learn how to read tarot again. We got the Sun in the advice from Spirit.
What?
Nine of Swords. See, that's not surprising, is it?
No.
Because, like, you know how we were both saying is like the dream space is really affected right now. To have the Nine of Swords show up for masculine and feminine, that says the divine is really trying to talk to us in that space, in that space where our conscious mind is not getting in the way. And even when when we're in our waking space and we're overthinking it, right? When we get into the wake space and we're trying to figure it out, it's saying, figure it out. I want you to do this work. So you don't get to call me out for overthinking at the moment. I'm allowed to. What's your bottom six? Ew.
But then I like the next two. There's that one, and then there, look, those three, and those three. But now let's get to
See, it is interesting because like the next part of the journey, like what Ricky's looking at there is he's got the Lovers, the Queen of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, the World. This is divine masculine in a place where he's moving more into surrender. And we've been seeing that sort of occurring as we go, where the journey is going, I'm getting it more, I'm understanding more and more as I go on. Yeah. And more about, I think that's the big thing that's sort of been this year for you is...
Because I never understand this stuff probably before, man.
No, and the challenges of it.
Yeah.
You're using them more for growth than you are to beat yourself up. Yeah. Yeah.
Peeking for
now you're going, well, this is what just played out. Yeah. We're learning and growing. What is this all about? And, you know, like fully, because that's the Lovers underneath there and the Queen of Pentacles, it's going, divine masculine is the graduation. Yeah. Yeah.
Like that one, then the
and then the World's underneath it, the 6 pens, 12 pens. Yeah, it really is that space, isn't it, where you're going, you have a fix on this journey way more than you ever had, whereas up till now, really, it was like, you know, like I felt like I was the one with all the information. Yeah. And like you'd have a growth spurt and I'd be going, oh, this is what's happening, this is what's happening. And now what's happening is like as we're going through ascension, I'm coming to you going, this is what just happened to me. Yeah. What do you think about it? And you're balancing that energy out as much as I am, which is we haven't had this space before.
Yeah. Haven't had that, like, bounce off each other.
Yeah, to this degree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually it's, oh, great one over here. The oracle.
You're not. It's not that way. It's never been that way. Stop it. But what we've got, let's focus. Divine masculine has got, look, 4 of Wands, the Empress, and the 9 of Pentacles. So this isn't even funny. Look. Oh, great one, divine feminine. I'm actually going to be in a peaceful space with you right now. It's not even funny for the minute. And 4 of Wands.
She's going to be peaceful for 1 minute.
It's supposed to be.
Holy crap.
But it is. This says that I really want to celebrate family life. I really want to celebrate connection. I want to celebrate, you know, the evolving energy that I'm in. And I want to look at this. You not only have the Empress, you have the pre-Empress as well. So I'm celebrating all of the feminine, the 9 of Pentacles in the pre-Empress. So this is this idea of really understanding that divine feminine has been on a journey. And I know you were joking about that just before, but that's kind of what that says is I'm really happy to celebrate my relationship with someone who's been on such a journey, right? They've moved into Empress energy and I really appreciate everything that it took for them to get there. And in this space, I want harmony with that, right? Am I putting words in your mouth now? But it is. It's like this idea of divine masculine. That's such a massive feminine energy. Pre-Empress to Empress and into harmony. And not only that, but to celebrate it, to be really enjoying the moment.
See, that's what I want. Harmony.
Peace and harmony. Peace and harmony. And here, look, this is the next level of energy, is this idea of gathering resources and spending more time in meditation, more time in healing processes, more time in getting to know the divine and gathering those resources to lead where you're going. See that there, that Page of Wands, and, you know, I kind of keep leaning back to this one is, you know, divine feminine has the Ace and divine masculine here has the Page of Wands, which is all about really growing in that next chapter, right, is like kind of grabbing the bull by the horns and going for it and just going, whatever comes next, I'm ready to put my energy into it. But where is it coming from? It's coming from continuing to heal and grow and continuing to gather resources on my journey towards what I want is peace and harmony with and like divine masculine. I'm about to call you a feminine. It's okay. Hold on to your masculinity. It's all good. But they really want to balance out their feminine energy, right? And that and divine feminine is balancing out their masculine energy, and that brings this union into harmony. Like when you can have both energies, when you have both energies working in harmony, you get to celebrate.
Harmony.
Peaceful harmony. Yeah, right? I like this. The push, you ready? The push on the masculine is the devil. Yeah. Right? You know why this comes in?
What?
Because you're elevating, right? So what comes in when you elevate is the test. Yeah. So what will come in and it is an idea of going, the world is going to come at you in one way or another, and your question is, are you going to stick with your journey, divine masculine, or are you going to fall off the wagon and be tempted by the world? Now, the divine tests us. It does. It's like part of this journey. It says, all right, you're having this, and we're laughing and giggling, thinking we're having this wonderful time and we've done all this learning and growing. And it goes, all right, Ricky's looking pretty settled there. Let's see if we can knock him off his perch. What's he going to do when we put this in his path, right? And what it's asking you to do is revisit scenarios and go, have you grown? So it could be the past coming back around. It could be temptation getting in your way. And the question is, have you grown and do you want to evolve out of it? Because the advice from Spirit is the sun, but we'll get to that.
I got my shield and my sword and I'm a choo-choo-choo. Zorro, that mother trucker.
You are much more aligned with, look, what's in the soul space, the Knight of Swords, right? But here what we've got, this came in the reverse, right? The Fool came in the reverse. So again, the question is, be careful not to be foolhardy. When the Fool comes in the reverse, it says, are you going to make a smart decision, or are you going to make a decision that is foolhardy? So it's going to be a genuine test on divine masculine to see, are they ready to move to the next level of their journey? Are they ready to ascend? Or are they going to make the kinds of decisions that you would consider foolhardy? And you're going to be a litmus test. We're going to see, are you going to be the fool or you're going to be foolhardy? And what it says here,
you can answer that one for us.
Yeah, and what it says here, and you said it perfectly, is when it's in the soul space, what we're asking divine masculine to do right now is lean on the divine. And part of the divine toolkit is to have your sword, to be able to cut away the truth using the divine, like Archangel Michael cuts away at the truth, right? So when we've got the Knight of Swords in the soul space, what we're asking divine masculine to do is going, when this devil is getting in your path and when he's pushing you and tempting you, we're asking you, don't be foolhardy, but listen to the divine voice. Yeah, and cut away at the things that are trying, because there's a full war going on the other side of the veil. Like there's as many forces that are positively trying to lift humanity, those forces are trying to take it down. And Jeff and Shalia are the perfect example of that, right? They're leading a whole group of people who are meant to be here to lift people up and bring them into the light. They're taking them down a path that's like just, really, really hurting them. So
in the wrong way.
It is. And at some point, Jeff would have gone through this test, right? Where the divine said, are you here to raise the vibration of humanity, or can we lead you down the path where you're going to be foolhardy in the way that you're taking people out of the light? But we're going to trust that divine masculine is going to figure this out. They're going to listen to the divine voice, and they're going to cut away at anything that the devil puts in their path in order to continue this journey into the light. Now, the challenge position is that's going to be work, right? So it's like what comes across.
It's a 9.
It's an 8.
It's an 8.
It's an 8. Yeah, count them. There's 8. And here, look, you've got the King of Wands under there too. It's like, so the King of Wands, right, in his worst version of himself is selfish, is ego-driven, is,
It's
you know.
everything that was me.
It's, I don't even know where to go with that, but it's like when masculine's in its worst version of itself and not on a journey of the divine and is moving towards selfish endeavors where it's just, you know, like satisfying themselves with worldly things per se. So the temptations that used to be, yeah. So the temptations to resist them, they're going to be work. So I would fully expect in our journey over the next little bit that temptation will cross your path and want to knock you out of your journey, right? And it's going to be work to keep you on track, right?
The only temptation that crossed my path nowadays.
We're doing all right, right? So the advice from Spirit, stay in the sunshine.
Don't get lost.
Don't get
lost.
Yeah, we had a message, don't get lost in the wilderness. Yeah, that was a very clear message. You got to keep following the sun, divine masculine. You got to keep your eyes on God, right? Keep your eyes on the divine and let him lead you on the path that will keep you safe from whatever this test is going to be. So, you know, for some divine masculine, they could be just waking up to the idea that they have a twin flame, right? So the devil goes, oh, you think you want to head back there? You want to bring light to the world? I'm going to put something in your path to stop you heading back towards your twin flame. I'm going to put something there that it could be work. It could be another person. It could be drink, drugs. It could be anything, any number of things.
Put in front of you, no twin flame.
Yeah, the devil tries to stop twins from coming into alignment, and the divine allows the test because they are testing the soul of the divine masculine, right? So what your guides and angels are saying, divine masculine, is keep your eye on the prize, keep your eye on the divine, right? And keep yourself out of trouble. Now, here's the thing. As a likely outcome, you've got the 9 of Swords, which is it's probably going to challenge your dream space, right?
All day, every day.
You've had some pretty lucid dreams already. So divine masculine is probably going to have some challenging dreams that are designed to not only teach, but get you to overthink, get you into a space of like what's going on. Yeah, and this is the job, is to do the work to unpack it, because your subconscious is talking to you. It's trying to give you a message and say this is what's going on. And see, the temptation will be to move into selfish or ego-driven behavior, which is what you've worked so hard to come out of, or divine masculine has worked so hard to come out of.
Trying to.
And it's going to push you into a space where it's going to be tempting to head back down that path. Yeah, but you've got this. Divine masculine, you've got this. We have faith. We have faith. All right, should we do a message? If divine masculine could say something directly to divine feminine and ask a question, what would they say if they could?
Wait, let me just get out the scroll and pick a question from my scroll.
You'd say a few things. I'm sure you'd say a few things. Okay, what would divine masculine? And this is particularly for divine masculine who is in separation. Yeah, if they're in separation from their divine feminine, what would they say? Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it. So we've got the Death card. We've got the Devil.
The Devil.
Ah, the Devil is at play. And then we've got the World. And then we've got Six of Wands. The Star. That one wanted to spin. It wasn't sure what it wanted to do. And we've got, Ace of Cups. Oh, I have every faith in you, divine masculine, that you're going to move through this test successfully. Now, the Death card coming in, like you're saying to divine feminine, you're saying, I am going to put the past in the past. I am going to change. I am going to leave the struggles of the past there. But I am being put through a test right now. I am being put through a struggle, and it's not always easy for me to overcome the things that are coming against me. I am graduating through those lessons. I am evolving. I am growing. Now, this won't lead to union for every set of twin flames, but for some, this really will. To have that sequence of the death card, overcoming the devil and moving into the energy of the world, that is a true graduation energy where they're moving into the fullness of their consciousness. Their struggle is to have the victory. They are in the work right now, but they're saying, my darling, have hope. Have hope.
My sweetheart.
My sweetheart, it's have hope. Keep believing, keep doing your work, keep listening to the divine, keep moving in the direction that you're moving to come into higher consciousness, because look at this. I will bring this full cup to you. I will. You don't have to live forever with your cup empty as a result of this connection, right? I am putting the past behind me. I will overcome whatever this devil is that's afflicting whatever this devil that's afflicting this path. I am graduating into a higher version of it. So keep believing, have faith, have hope, new love. And you know, when I talk Ace of Cups, I'm talking self-love, divine love, twin flame love. So this is divine masculine going, I intend to bring the whole cup towards you. Keep believing.
You filleth my cup.
You filleth my cup. My cuppeth runneth over. All right, shall we choose a few divine love oracles and see what we have? Do you want to choose them or do you want me to?
You choose one, I'll choose one.
I'll choose one for divine feminine. And
Why do you not be like choose one of them?
I didn't. I wanted you to, but it's all good
No,
because
we're sharing.
we're beyond
sharing kind of guy.
We are beyond connected. That's how divine feminine is feeling right now. And to me, this is a direct result of everything that Scorpio season was and everything that the eclipse season was, is that we are feeling our connections as intently, if not more than we ever have. You know why? Because these connections are beyond connected, right? And you can try. Oh, is that that's
the masculine?
That's for the connection? Yeah. See that? Merged. Yeah. This is what's happened out of that last season. It's clean slate stuff, right? So it's a good opportunity to revisit your connection and go, I choose. And Sagittarius is good for this because we're moving into like new visions, and it's that idea that you put your conviction back into something. So divine feminine is revisiting the idea of these connections are not ordinary, right? They're not. You know, there's a million reasons why family, friends, people would tell you, what are you doing? You're crazy for holding out hope for this. You're crazy to continue to stay on a twin flame path. Look at Jeff and Shalia. Why would you be a twin flame? You know, but you know within yourself what you feel. It's beyond connected, right? It's beyond connected. And it's not an ordinary relationship. No. It's far from ordinary. Its baseline comes from another place. There's nothing ordinary about it. So what we've got to be able to do is, and divine feminine, this is the fruit of what was Scorpio season and the eclipse season, is we get to review and go, why do I feel the way I feel? Why am I moving down the path that I'm moving? And what is my next course of action? Because this connection is beyond connected. Now look, divine masculine gets the energy of reflect, right? It's a similar energy. It says, have a look at what's going on for you. Now I'm pretty convinced gets the energy of reflect, right? It's a similar energy. It says, have a look at what's going on for you. Now, I'm pretty convicted, having looked at this, that divine masculine is going to go through a big test. They're going to be, you know, and either they will ascend and move closer to you, or it will slow your union down for another cycle, right? So, and we've done that. We've fallen off the wagon before.
Why do you always go for a big test?
Because it's like, it is. It's a good question. It's a good question. But it's like, when you go to school, right, or when you do anything that is a learning process, generally at the end of it, somebody tests to see if you are knowledgeable.
Yeah,
Like,
I hardly went to school though.
you just did your roller ticket, right? You had all the skills, and they made you do a test to go, do I want to give you the ticket? And Twin Flames has got a similar process. It goes, and spirituality in general has a similar process. It goes, all right, you've learnt a bunch of skills and you've ascended. Now we want to go, do some study because I'm about to test you, right? Are you ready? I'm about to put you through a test. And what together we're saying is going, fear not, divine masculine, because this energy is merged, right? Trust in it. Trust in it. Know you're going to be tested, but know that you come out the other side. And like, we trust you to study well and to move through the test and come out the other side stronger. So this is what this energy is suggesting. It's going, rely on what you've been through and know that you know it. And when the test comes up, know that the test is there to show how competent you are, nothing more. It's not there to knock you off your perch or take you out of your journey. It's there to say, you've come, you don't get the test until you've learnt the lesson.
Yeah, but I know that. But sometimes the test come. It's nothing that we've been reading in the books. The test come totally different to what we've been studying in the books.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. But it goes, this is the journey, is like, because most twin flames have lived
prior learning. But
I was just going to say, most twin flames have lived many lives together. So you could be being tested on something that was, you know, prior. So you've got plenty of learning under your belt. You need to get some of that ticked off. But I mean, the fruit of that, all jokes aside, is that divine masculine, like divine feminine's been through a fair bit of testing of late. Now divine masculine, it generally happens like that. Divine feminine, divine masculine, and we ascend together, right?
Yeah, but it feels like I've been testing the whole time, man, like for ages.
You have.
For like since the beginning of time.
You have. We all have.
Yeah.
Coming down here to choose the twin flame journey.
It's your fault.
He thinks because I'm 10 years older that I jumped first and somehow had some kind of tie bungee, and he was sitting up there in the divine space.
Enjoy. See you later.
Saying bye, enjoy it.
Next minute, I'm holding on for dear life.
And he's been dragged off his perch out of the afterlife, flung down here to the earth plane, and somehow it's
I was like, sweet, baby.
You were enjoying the afterlife.
When you come back, baby. Next minute.
Next minute, here you are. Yeah.
I'm like, you know that movie 24? I was like, for 24 hours trying to hold on.
Hold on.
Took 10 years in human life.
Yeah. But in all seriousness, this journey is what you signed up for. To be here as a twin flame was to bring forth this energy for humanity. And if your soul wasn't strong enough to withstand all the tests,
I'd be still blind.
Maybe.
I'm still walking around.
Yeah. You got this. Divine masculine, you've got this. So look, that I think we'll wrap up our reading there. That's you know, thank you for coming in and doing a reading. There's been a lot going on lately, so it's nice to be able to catch up with everyone and share what's happening and for your insights and what's going on. So we'll wrap it up there and say thank you for joining us in Faith, Hope and Love. Bye from me for now.